gonna tell you no word of a lie. I'm not gonna tell you no word of a lie, my baby. I'm a dope ass mom. I'm really dope. I'm stoked about being this dope ass mom. Let me tell you something. I'm a dope ass mom, right? I'm their best friend, their worst enemy. I'm the doctor. You know how when they feeling bad, I give them a at-home remedy. Then when I know that remedy don't work, take it behind to the emergency room, or to urgent care, or call your doctor. Then I realize I'm the therapist. I'm the counselor. I do everything but prescribe medication. Like if they need a shoulder to lean on, if they need a little shopping trip, their favorite food, or just, me to wipe their tears and tell them they're going to be okay, I got that. And also, I am the HR at the job. When I tell you, when they call me like, "Ma, they say that I got a strike because I was late." Hold up, you got a grace period. "Oh, Ma, they told me I couldn't wear my hair like that because that's not my natural color. But then the other lady came up in here and she got a natural color." Open up the book, the HR book. Let me know. Because what applies to you should apply to everybody. I don't play no games. And let me just tell you something. I'm even a text preparer. I do the fucking children's texts. What I don't do. Here's my thing. When it comes down to being a mother, you got to learn how to multitask. You got to learn how to wear different hats and put yourself in different categories, okay? And let me just tell you something. I want to share this for some of the mothers. One of the things that seriously I had to teach my children how to have emotional intelligence. I had to teach my children that it was okay to come to me in a time of need. Not just when they need $1, when they need a prayer, when they need a shoulder to cry on, or when they just need someone to talk them through a process that's called life. I have 2 children who have bachelor's degrees, and it has been some hard times to where I had to walk them through, and I'm so proud that I was able to do that, knowing that I am not as educated as my children or some other people. It makes me feel good to know no matter how much education I have or how much education I lack as a mother, they still come to me just for my motherly guidance, and that means a lot to me. But we have to teach our children how to come to us and how it's an open door policy when it is, when they are in any time of need. And I think that most of our kids feel like I can only go to my mother or go to my father to a certain extent. Certain things I cannot make them aware of. And I deal with that with one of my children. And I let my child know is that I have no bias. I want you to be able to come and sit down and talk to me about everything, because it's so important. I never want to be out the loop. But at the same time, I had to realize as a mother, I have to stand back and let my children grow. But I didn't want them to have that same technique, which is called being strong when even you at your weakest. And I realized is that I was raised with that. And that was something that I had to unteach my children. I'm not saying that you can't be strong, but don't be so strong to where your strongness break you. And I think that's the biggest problem when it come down to society, to where people hold this badge of being strong. They can handle anything that come to them, and at the same time, while they smiling and while they rejoicing what we think they are and enjoying life, little do we know they masking pain, and they solidly breaking down, ready to spaz out, to crash out. And that's not where I want my children to be, because honestly, I was a true crash out. So when I look back at myself, when I look at my kids, my first priority was to make sure that my kids never endure some of the heartache and some of the pain that I put myself through. Understand, I say self. I ain't really got it in my body right now, in my blood, so really blame anybody for my shortcomings, for my fuck ups, and some of the things that I've done. I am 100% responsible for everything that have happened to me in my life. And I have to be honest too, is that we gotta understand in a community, especially Black community, that you ain't gotta really fuck with your family if you don't want to. It's a lot of things that go unwarranted, and some things are warranted. And you can't control the outcome of how nobody want to treat you. The only thing you control is how you treat yourself. And that's one thing that I have established with my children. If they feel like they don't want to be bothered with me because I say something out of place, or I've done something that was distasteful and dishonorable towards them, they have all right to handle me with a long-handled spoon. I have learned as a mother not to force myself on my children. They know that I'm a phone call away. I'm $1 away. I'm a door away. Anything that they need, they know I'm here. And one of the things that was hard for me is that I had to understand when it was time to let go of my little creatures. You know what I'm saying? Being a single mother was the hardest thing that I ever had to do in life. And I'm so happy to say that my children broke generational curses. Like, I was a high school dropout. I had children, in my teens. By the time I was fucking 17, I had 2 kids. And I look at my children, I'm like, damn, they mines, and I'm so proud. And let me just say this too, as some mothers like myself, we are unable to really boast and brag on our kids because you have your peers, family, whoever feel like their kids are not where your kids at, so they feel like you throwing it in their face. I didn't came to the conclusion, fuck that. When it come down to my children and all their accolades, everything they have achieved in life, I'm gonna talk about it because it came at a price. You know what I'm saying? It came at a sacrifice. So please don't never withhold the praise of your children because somebody else around you in your circle, children, is not doing what your children is doing. I'm gonna be honest, I got 3 children. 2 got degrees and the other one doesn't have a degree. But I'm so happy because my one that don't have a degree, my baby, she still has time to get a degree. And not only that, she's doing something that I wasn't able to do until I got 40 years old. My girl is living her life unapologetic. She's traveling, she's free, and she know who she is. I wish at 20 years old that I was able to be free. I know I couldn't travel because I had my babies, but I was so compelled and I was lacking so many things in life. I was lacking to know who I was. I was lacking educating myself. I was lacking emotional intelligence. I was lacking being confident. You know what I'm saying? And being unfucking apologetic. So when I look at my girl, like, no, she may not don't have a degree, but she got something that a degree can't give her. And that's called loving self. So I say all this to say is that I feel like I really am a dope mother, and I have to be honest, and I'm gonna leave it like this. Motherhood was hard as fuck. It was hard. Being a single mother was hard. So if I sit up here and make like as if this shit was all good, it wasn't all good. Because I could pretend like as if I had a motherfucking cape on my back and an S in my fucking chest. I ain't had nothing but a couple of dollars and something between my motherfucking legs to make the boys holler to get what the fuck me my children need. Not judge me if you fuck you want to. You can't judge me. Now I know my video started off good, but it's gonna end like this because I have to tell my truth and I have to be real. I feel like too many times it's so many women that make motherhood look easy when it's really not easy. A lot of times, your mind is overthinking. You're stressed out. Your body is on a fucking on the end of crashing out. Your body is about to give out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're exhausted. But we gotta stop acting like, oh yeah, we got this, baby. It's okay. Slow your roll. Sometimes take a break. Them children gonna be okay. And that's one thing I had to learn too, y'all, is that me giving my children everything they wanted materialistic didn't really work out for me. When really all my fucking children wanted was me. But I was too busy chasing behind the motherfucking dollar. Even though they had what they needed, they had what they wanted. But at times I couldn't be there. Because it was either me be here with y'all or we ain't got none of motherfucking eat. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit. But anyway, see y'all later. Bye-bye.